Hey guys, what's up? And welcome to episode 3 of the Gab Sesh. I'm your host, Gabby. I am super excited about today's episode because this is the start of a new series that I'm doing, a new permanent series. And it's called the Gab Sesh, Gabbin with Friends. Gabbin with Friends. How much more clever could that be? So I really wanted to start this segment because I just feel like I don't know where I would be without my friends. My friends can be inspo. We listen to each other all the time. They listen to me all the time. So what a better way to include them in my show than to have their own segment. I love them. So without further ado, 2 of my best friends. So I just wanted to have them on here, pretty often because where would I be without them? It's a podcast about real life and they're in my real life. So why wouldn't I have them on here? Just confused. So, this is Jamyra to my left.
And this goes it.
And this is Sharlene to my right.
Hello.
This has been a very long friendship. So those two met before I met them, okay? But that don't matter. That don't mean nothing, okay? Because we all in this together. We met about 11 years ago. Where do we meet, y'all? MySpace, middle school?
Breckenridge Middle School.
Miss Waldron's class, homebrew.
Yep.
That was like the first. I feel like that was like the first sighting of us.
Well, I mean, I knew you through Sierra Brown because me and her were friends before. So, I knew you even in 6th grade, but I didn't really know you like that.
Yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even know that y'all were friends before.
Who's Sierra Brown?
Yeah.
Shout out Sierra Brown.
Hey, Sierra.
Everyone's like, who is that? If y'all don't know her. Hey, girl.
Yeah, that's my best friend. We rode the same bus in elementary school. So, yeah. We used to say we were cousins.
Oh, that little cousin, fake sister cousin thing that people be doing, whatever.
All that.
Lord, nah, but so the reason I actually got them to come on this actual podcast is because we're talking about love languages. Ooh, I need some type of sound effect there. But yeah, so I brought Jamyra on here and Sharlene on here because although we are best friends, we are very different when it comes to how we give and receive love. We all have different takes on relationships. We honestly never really agree on things. Well, we do, but we don't. But we try. But that's the reason that you're friends, you just try to, just coincide with each other's lives. And I brought them on here because I feel like they could be really helpful with this. So I think we're gonna just dive right into it, and this should be fun, y'all. I'm excited for this segment. That's
me too. Let's do it.
It's supposed to be a reoccurring thing. Don't worry. And I got more friends for y'all too. All right, so basically, y'all, I'm pretty sure you know what the 5 love languages are, but I'm gonna just go through them, just in case we don't know. So, words of affirmation: expressing affection through. Wow.
I can hear myself.
Yo, what the fuck? Damn, Jam. Oh, she's back. Technical difficulties. That's what happens, y'all.
Sorry, y'all.
What happened?
I accidentally pressed the button and then it just completely hung me up. So yeah.
I already know your face was probably like, what?
No.
I'm dead. All right. So love languages, words of affirmation, which is just basically what did I say it is? Kind of just giving your partner compliments.
And then words of encouragement. You got this, babe.
Yeah, kind of like that. Just words, basically.
And reassurance.
Yeah, all the time, which is something that I need all the time, but we're gonna get into that. Acts of service, which is kind of just doing something that your partner may not want to do, and you just do it for them, like their laundry, something like that. Planning a cute date, whatever. And then we have receiving gifts. Pretty obvious. You know what I mean? If you don't got money, you don't know what I'm talking about.
Gabby, it's not always about the money. The gifts don't always have to be expensive.
No,
They don't even
I'm
have to
just
cost
playing.
$1.
I'm just playing. That's a little act.
If you ain't got money, you don't know what I'm talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
That's a little act of service. The $1. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
All right. Quality time, which is obvious too, just hanging out with your man, your friend, your
No
family member,
phones.
no phone.
Yeah,
Just
undivided
vibing.
is what's important.
Yeah, it's just like no other distractions. And then
Right.
physical touch, of course, pretty obvious too. It can range from holding hands, it can range from cuddling to sex. And yeah, those are the 5 love languages, and we're kind of just gonna break them down. So we don't know each other's love languages, so we're gonna try to like guess them as we go through these. So it should be actually fun. All right, so the first one I want to get to is like words of affirmation. Y'all, I actually thought that would be my love language. And
Okay.
guess what? It's not.
What? Okay. Why did you think that it was?
Because I always really wanted, I always feel like I need that reassurance all the time. Like, I'm the type of person that if on my wedding day, I'm probably going to ask my husband, like, are you sure? Like, are you sure?
I feel that. I feel that. I used to be that way too.
Like,
and it's, I mean, you.
What were you saying?
I feel like when you know that the relationship might be a little bit rocky, you need that reassurance. But when you're in a stable relationship and like what's good, that's when it's like you don't really need it as much.
No, I feel that.
Yeah, but the reassurance doesn't always have to come from the words of affirmation, because it can come from anything else. But like I feel like with the words of affirmation, I feel like it's most important with like really sensitive partners, because like if you say something mean, they take it very offensively. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of have to be careful what you say to them. Does that make obviously, if that makes sense?
No,
you know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Like someone who's extra sensitive, you just have to be careful with your words and stuff. But sometimes, like for example, Gabby, you're a perfect example. You're mean. Like you kind of don't tend to like care what you say to people. But you are. So it's like what if like if you can't be with a sensitive man because like your words can cut him deep just from you being you. So it's important to find somebody who matches you on that level, who's not like extra sensitive, because then everything you do is gonna offend them.
No, I feel that, and I guess
that's true.
That just goes with too, like if someone like I feel like I'm sensitive when it comes to like relationships, but not like in other things. So I feel like with that being what I thought was my love language, which I actually thought that was Jamyra's love language, but because she's always like texting me these long paragraphs, and I'm like, bro,
that's because I'm expressive. I don't know how to communicate.
I know.
Yeah, maybe that just means she caters to those love languages. Don't necessarily mean that's what
Yeah,
that's what it is.
It's home. Yeah.
I just feel like I since I thought that was my love language. I guess like if my partner isn't giving me that type of like reassurance and like just compliments and kind of just like encouraging me and telling me how much he cares about me, like pretty often, then that's why it hurts me a little more than it might other people, I guess. So acts of service. I actually read that was like, it's like it's something that's pretty common in like relationships. Like it's something that people don't think that is a love language, like your partner doing something for you, but it is.
I mean, it could be as simple as like, oh babe, can you give me something to drink? Or like cooking for me. Wow.
It could be simple things. Wow. Like I really, 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 really like when people get up and make the bed. Like it's just that simple. Like you just wake up and you just make the bed, and like that's something that like I like to when I get up and I just like, let's say I'll go to the bathroom and I come out and the bed's made. I'm just like, oh my god, yes.
Like wow,
it's nice. Like it's so simple, but
seriously, because some people like, okay, for example, like if you were to do that for somebody who that wasn't really their love language, of course they think it was nice, but like to you, like they're just like so happy about that. But that's why it's important, of course, to learn it, because some people would just be like, oh, she made bed, like cool, whatever, So I think that that's pretty interesting. Like just with that example, like certain things, some people just don't realize. Like this is my way. Like this is how
It's so simple. Like it could all be so simple, and people don't even realize that those little small gestures are like what makes it.
What makes a huge difference. Because if somebody walks my dogs, I can't even imagine if somebody like you feel me.
Tomorrow
I can't
be
even
ready to
imagine
marry.
if somebody walks my dogs.
Honestly, if somebody were to give my dogs a bath, it would be a wrap. I'd be like, all right, when do you want to go to the courthouse? Because I'm ready. Like being a single dog mom and having somebody like step up to the plate to like really help me out would like mean a whole lot. That's why I want to also shout out my friend Sierra Jackson, the other Sierra in my life, who would always walk my dog for me when I was in student teaching. And I just really needed that help, and she really helped me out during that time. So shout out Sierra.
And you know, that's an example of friendship act of service. You know, Sierra probably was just doing it, and Jamyra really appreciated it. So
oh my gosh, changed my
life. You
life.
probably enjoy doing it too because it's Benji. So
right, and you just like start your day with the walk. Like that's great. I would highly recommend.
Okay. And then, so we're gonna go to receiving gifts. So first, I just want to say that I feel like that's Sharlene's love language. Okay. I don't know why, but I just feel like whenever
it's because you think I'm spoiled. That's why.
Whenever she gets a gift, she's like so happy. But of course, like I don't know, like Sharlene is like pretty much happy with like. She notices a lot of things that people do. Like she's pretty observant. Like, oh my God, that was really sweet. So yeah, but
to me, it's not like, I don't really care. Like the whole gifts is just like a plus, I've never been like super, but like I don't know.
It's mostly just like the thoughtful. It's like the thoughtfulness. Like wow, you really thought about this.
Yeah. And you know, it's funny because like I actually learned that was my last partner's love language, receiving gifts, which of course ain't for the broke, like I said.
Hello.
So
I'm gonna show you an example of
I'm just
why.
kidding, y'all. Like, I'm just kidding. But no, receiving gifts for me is just like I don't care about that. Like honestly, a lot of people care about bags and jewelry and all that type of stuff. Like I really don't care about that type of stuff. Like I'd much rather do the love language that's mine. So it's just kind of like for me, gifts is like yay, like whatever, but a lot of people aren't like that. A lot of women aren't like that. You'd be surprised to see how many women are like me and don't really like gifts like that.
Don't really care for gifts.
Yeah.
I think that's a hard love language to cater to, just because like people focus so hard on getting like just like either trying to meet societal standards and like spend a bunch of money, or like sometimes it's just hard to like figure out what your partner likes exactly, like in that particular like category and receiving gifts.
So I'll say on this topic, I think that receiving and like giving gifts is so special because if you really pay attention to somebody, oh my gosh, Benji, if you really pay attention to somebody, you'll catch on to what they like and the things that they would appreciate if you got them. And like,
I know giving gifts. I feel that.
Yeah, but I'm so indecisive. Like I can barely make a decision on what I'm gonna eat for breakfast. So it'd be so hard for me to like choose something to buy somebody.
Yeah.
I feel like
I don't know. For me, it's like I guess like the acts of service and the receiving gifts kind of go hand in hand. Like if you find something that person likes is actually useful to their everyday life, maybe that could be an act of service or something. I don't know.
I get what you're saying.
I like giving gifts. I don't know. I don't.
Really, me too. I really do. Even if I get what you're saying. I could definitely agree. I think that we are the same there, because even if it's something like as simple as like, okay, so it was this one guy that I was talking to. He told me that he really liked Sour Patch Kids. So I brought him a pouch of Sour Patch Kids, a pouch of Sour Patch Kids, and he was like, I hope he was happy. I don't know, but it made me happy because I was like, doing my best to show him that I listen and like I thought about you, so I picked this up. And
that's an example of a cheap gift. I'm just playing, y'all. Please.
I actually stole it from the house that I work. It was my kids. The kid that I babysit, was his Halloween candy.
You could have just like left that part out.
No, it's funny.
I
actually stole it.
It was free. If somebody brought me a flower off the side of the road for free, I would be really happy. And this kid, I need a lot of sugar, so he wasn't gonna eat those Sour Patch Kids. So I took them. Sorry.
At least they went to good use.
Exactly. They didn't go to waste.
They didn't even appreciate the Sour Patch Kids.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, that's nice. I mean, that's good.
Yep.
You know, and I hope he really thought, like, I hope he was really like, wow, she really, you know, probably took the time to go to Target and took her time.
I think I told him. I think I told him that I stole them.
We just gonna move on. We just gonna move on.
Okay.
No, I'm just playing. But yeah, that's receiving gifts. And then this is mine, actually, quality time. Which I didn't.
I thought you said we were supposed to guess each other's, and here you go. This mine.
This is mine. Disclaimer.
All right, go ahead.
You're right. Like, y'all are right. Y'all are right.
Okay, it's okay.
Nothing else to say.
It's okay.
I kind of forgot because I was like, I just felt like whatever. Okay. So quality time. That's actually mine, which I did not think was mine because y'all know I've been in a few long distance relationships. So I didn't think that was like mine. Cause I'm like, if I like quality time, then why would I be in long distance? But then I was,
but see,
that doesn't mean anything. It just means when you're with them. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, like, the quality time doesn't even have to be like in person. Like, the quality time can be like, the quality time that you guys talk on the phone or text or whatever the case is. And it's kind of like
just sense to me that like it is me, and I didn't think it was, and that makes a lot of sense.
Right. Exactly. It could be like the FaceTime thing, and like and another thing. The key word is quality time, not just like time. You know what I mean? You see somebody every day, it's going to be like you get used to their presence, but distance really makes the heart grow fonder in the sense that when you see them, like, it's going to be quality, Like, there's going to be like, all right, like, I'm going to like undivided attention. I can just leave my phone at home and just all my attention's to you.
Yeah. And that's like literally what I had to realize. I was like, okay, Gabby, like, of course that is yours. Like, it was just like, I didn't think about it at first, because I was just like, I just thought about it as kind of just like time spent with that person, but it's just like that quality time. Of course, I cherish that more when you don't see your partner for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Because you can really look forward to it.
Yeah.
Right. And it's important that the attention's undivided, though. I think that's just what makes it, like, just
like, no, don't be on the game.
Quality time.
Like,
yeah, because everybody, like, when you're with somebody, you're not paying them attention. They don't feel important. You want to feel important. You want to feel like
why am I here?
Somebody's enjoying your time. Everybody wants to feel wanted, but if you're on your game or you're on your phone or you're like just distracted in like any form, you're not paying me much attention. So
if you want to be on the game, just make sure you're telling me what you're doing so I can know what's going on, and that's quality.
Right. Like, give me a heads up.
Or like, I guess
well,
guys are looking at this like, oh, they're talking about the fucking game.
I mean,
I'm just playing.
Or I was gonna say,
what?
We could play it together. I used to love to play the game with my ex. That shit was fun.
No, I feel you. Well, okay. I don't know how to play, but I would love to learn, and that's the thing.
Right. That's the bonding time.
Exactly.
I mean, it's like, if you want to play for an hour or two, go for it. But if it's like 5, 6, 7 hours and it's like 3 in the morning, you're still playing the game, what the fuck?
Right. And if that's my love language, then what? You're not catering to me right now. Okay.
Right. Slacking.
I feel like you care about the game more than me.
Slacking.
Okay. So the last one I saved for last because it might get a little juicy. Okay, physical touch. I thought this was a big one on mine too, but it's actually pretty close to the bottom. But I'm big on physical touch. I like to hold hands. I'm not a big PDA person, but I like to hold hands and I like to cuddle at night for some of the night. And I like to have sex. That's how I feel intimacy, with my partner. After we have sex, I definitely feel a closer connection. And I feel like that's with a lot of people, especially when it's good.
Right.
You feel me?
Absolutely. That passionate intimacy. Because even if it's like, I think really it's like the intimacy, like you're super close. Like, even if it's just like y'all are just laying there and I mean, I guess it's more quality time, but just like cuddling, like just being with each other. Like, we don't have to talk, but I just want to like feel your touch.
No, I feel that.
Physical touch, I like to give it and receive it. Like, I like giving, like like physically touching my girlfriend and just like, I don't know, it just brings me joy. So it's just like, even despite whether or not she like shows me like all that physical touch, like just giving it to her is almost enough for me to be okay.
No, honestly,
I mean, obviously, I love.
Yeah, no, I feel that. Like, it's nice to have receive it, but honestly, I'm just it's weird because I'm definitely not touchy feely with my friends, but definitely with my man, I
can be a little touchy feely with you guys sometimes, you know. Like,
yeah, you do. Shelly definitely is.
Yeah, I feel like I used to be, but now I'm just like, no, I don't know. It's just weird.
Shelly definitely is. I had to grow into it. I used to like not want to give hugs and stuff. I know y'all remember that, but I kind of grew out of that.
You hated giving hugs.
Yeah, I didn't really like it.
I don't think you hug.
I mean, every once in a while.
Even now, the hugs don't even be like real hugs.
No,
like, all right, girl.
No, that's not true. I give great hugs. I really try to put effort. I like to do a tight squeeze, you know, because hugs really.
You actually nowadays you don't even be letting go. Yeah, Gail gives the best hugs. Gail, shout out to you, dog.
Yeah, shout out Gail Cardona. That's my heart. She gives the best hugs.
I was just gonna say.
What was I gonna say?
I was gonna ask a question. So, do you feel like, say your love language was physical touch, and that meant like you like to have sex? If your partner didn't reciprocate that, like he didn't like to have sex or she didn't like to have sex all the time, like would that? But that just wasn't their love language. Would you understand that, or would it kind of just be like, would that be a deal breaker?
You know, that's sad because I actually think nowadays it's a deal breaker. I've heard so many people before like tell me like my partner doesn't want to have sex as much as I want to have sex. And like it gives people like it makes people insecure. It's just like, well, why don't you know what I'm saying? Why don't you want to have sex with me? And blah blah blah. Or like what's the problem? So I definitely think that in certain relationships it can be a deal breaker. Is it a deal breaker for me? I don't know. I like to have sex. So.
No, I feel that. It's like I don't know if it is for I mean I don't think it is for me, but I think it's just like like that lack of like, dang, like did he not want it? Like does he not want it? But I
think it could definitely create a strain. I think it could definitely create a strain on the relationship because just if any like disconnect, you know, and that's a pretty big one for somebody who really enjoys sex. It's just like, well, this is what I look forward to in a relationship because I can have consistent sex with this one person. Like that's what I want to do. And then the other person's like, well, that's not really, I think like that's a big disconnect.
No, I feel that. I feel like that's one that's kind of like weird because it's like if one person is like, that's really their way of showing love, like 100%.
Yeah.
And the other person's not doing that. I think that could be one that's like not easy to resolve and to explain and understand.
Yeah, because like sex unlocks like a whole new level of intimacy. So it's kind of like, you know,
no, I feel you.
You gotta tap in.
Yeah. Right. And if it don't match, I don't know, be a match.
Yeah, I mean, usually partners have two different love languages. When you have the same one, it's pretty easy, but usually they don't. So you just have to figure that out. So that brings me to what I think y'all's are, and then y'all are gonna guess mine, and we're just gonna reveal them. I guess I already revealed mine.
Okay, are we gonna do like since Sharlene, you did the quiz, right?
I did do the quiz, yeah.
Yeah,
so are we gonna do like top 3 and talk about like percentages and stuff? Because some of mine are pretty close.
Yeah, we can just kind of just quickly go into like percentages a little bit. Not gonna lie, it might cut me off in a little bit, but guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna restart and we're gonna start a new one.
Absolutely.
So Sharlene, I told you I thought yours was like how you show love is more like acts of service, and how you receive love is receiving gifts for me. And then Jamyra, I feel like yours is for like you like words of affirmation for you. And I guess for like you giving love is like I don't know, what would I say for you? I guess
all of them.
Probably like
can't choose one.
Probably like acts of service. I don't know, because I feel like you just like the relationship type, so you be doing stuff, you know, like you'll be like, oh yeah, you know, like I folded your towel or something.
That's really true, honestly. Like I love to cook for my people, you know, I'm like
stuff like that.
Yeah.
So what are y'all's? And
well, Gabby, we didn't guess yours. Yeah. Gabby, I would say that yours, like you like to receive. I mean, obviously, you've already told us that you love the quality time. You know, she revealed it. But if I had to go for number 2, or the way that you like to show love, I would say maybe. Hold on, look at my little list. I would say probably the acts of service more, maybe. I don't know. That's kind of hard. I said that because like you'll do anything like just to make your people happy. Like you'll make that drive. You'll like go to the store for them if they need to. It's just like, you care about them, so you want to do what you can to make sure they're straight. So that's what I would say.
Okay. All right. And what about Sharlene? What do you think she?
Oh, okay. Sharlene, I would say obviously the physical touch. That's how you like to show love. And as far as receiving love, I would say like the quality time. Because when you're with somebody, like you like their undivided attention and like it's all about just like y'all, like quality time. I would say that that's a big one. And the physical touch.
Yeah, and we took a we took a quiz on how we like to receive love. So honestly, giving love, who knows? Like that's just what we just say it is.
Yeah. That best guess.
What about you, Shar?
What do I think y'all are?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Jamyra shows her love. I really just want to say by like words of affirmation. I feel like Jamyra, you kind of do a good job of like making people feel good with your words and like encouraging people and kind of making people like, like you like, I don't know.
That's amazing.
I know you kind of like when you say things, it kind of makes it like, okay, you kind of bring this like peaceful reality into my world sometimes. So I would say words of affirmation for you.
I love it. I really try.
I think that you
really
feel
try.
loved by I would say quality time. I would say quality time because I know firsthand that you like to have undivided attention. You like to feel important. You like to feel like, because I mean, especially nowadays, we don't really get to spend like the people don't, especially during this pandemic, you just don't, you just want to cherish every moment you have with people. So it's important to like
honestly
take the time, put your phone down. So yeah, I feel like that is the way you feel loved.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So, Sharlene, what was yours?
Yeah.
What is yours for real?
Me, quality time.
What's yours?
Quality time, 30%.
Wow, we're the same.
Of course.
No, seriously. And I feel like I was reading something that said that was a lot of people's. And what's sad is guys really don't be understanding that. You know what I mean? And that's the disconnect right there. Okay, because that's usually women's love language, and these men don't know. Okay,
yeah, well, some of them do. Some of them do.
But Sharlene, how do you feel? Like, do you feel like you get that? She's the only one in a relationship here.
Yeah, I feel like I do get that. I feel like with my relationship, it's like 50-50. Especially because I'm in a relationship with a woman. I feel like we kind of get rid of those like those male or female stigmas. And we just kind of meet each other halfway. Like there is no, the man in the house is supposed to take the trash out or do this or do that. Like it's like a balance. Like, and we move in harmony. There's no gender roles. We just kind of like do what we do. And I feel like it works effortlessly because we're both like, we're here. We connect really well because we're women. Like it's a lot easier to like connect. To kind of know what she wants or what she needs, and she can know what I want and what I need. So like it works really well. But I feel like with like men, they kind of like, I don't know, I just feel like men are just so dominant. They just feel like they know what they're doing. They don't even take the time to figure it out.
Take the time to,
yeah.
Like they just think it's all like cut and dry. It's black or white. Like my girl, I need to do this and this for her. Yeah, like why does she have to?
She don't even like gifts. Like you don't even know. You don't even know.
Yeah.
No, I feel you. I sent my ex-boyfriend this quiz. Did he take it? No. So there we go. But yeah, I mean, would y'all say where you're like you said you have like some close ones? I think mine were like words of affirmation.
Okay.
I think the one at the bottom of my totem of the poll was gift giving, which Gabby thought was for some. It was at the bottom.
Mine was last too, 10%. My second one was acts of service.
7%.
Okay.
Well, I just feel like I don't know. We're not gonna get into it.
Acts of service, and then obviously physical touch. The words was like close. Like mine is like pretty 30% quality time, and then words, physical touch, and acts were like all really close within like 5% of each other ish.
Okay.
Honestly, though, if you can't figure it out, I think you cater to all. Give a little bit here, a little bit there. There's no reason to overflow into one. Yeah, just everybody like be a well-rounded lover. Yeah, just be a well-rounded lover and just like
that's what I'm saying.
Cater to all of them.
You have to cater to all of them, and like kind of wrapping it up. I guess like just saying it's important because you need to know the way your partner, the way your family receives love. For example, you think you're doing a great job at work and your boss never tells you, never. But then, one day he comes with a huge gift for you. And you're like, bro, like I didn't even know you liked me. I didn't even know you knew me. But his love language clearly is giving gifts, and that's how he shows it. So like that's an example of something outside of a relationship. And just like a platonic relationship. Maybe. No, I'm just kidding. I always
No, I see what you're saying.
But yeah, like it's just nice to know, to know that. And like it causes for your arguments to not be so emotional based, just mainly just like there's a method to your madness, I guess. Like it's kind of just like, well, I just don't feel this type of way because this is how I receive love, not just you complaining about what they're doing. You know what I mean? Bless you.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, I think we covered it all. Is there anything else you guys want to say? That was fun.
I absolutely wanted to jump in and talk about, I'm big on my self-love and self-discovery journey right now. So I'm always trying to share what I learned about self-love. And I think it's important to love yourself in your own love language. So like me, I like quality time. So things I like to do. And I mean, if you Google how to love yourself based on your love language, you go to images, you'll find a bunch of graphics that give you examples on how to do that for yourself. So this graphic that I found, it says physical or quality time, meditation, catering to your hobbies, take yourself on dates, doing activities, and like just relaxing. And I would say that I definitely, try to make time for all that.
Myself, I love being alone.
Yeah,
I love doing acts of service for myself. I'm making up my own bed.
Right, exactly. And like, so acts of service would be like, even like take yourself to therapy because I love myself. I want better for myself. So I need to do what I can do, even if that is reaching out for help, because that's what you need. And like keeping your space clean so that you don't feel as cluttered and stressed. Like nobody can really function as well in a cluttered and dirty space compared to a clean space. So that's a big one. Just like, acts of service is just making life easier for yourself. And then like we said, a lot of people enjoy the physical touch, and I like the fact that it says something about soft blankets and like showers and stretching, like taking care of your skincare routine, all that stuff is just going to make you feel good if that's how you like to be loved. And then what is it, receiving gifts, obviously, we all like to treat ourselves sometimes, indulge when you can, but not all the time. And then the last one, though, I think it's the most important words of affirmation. And the first one on the list says positive self-talk, daily affirmations, journaling, mantras, because I mean, I don't know about y'all, but there's those days where I'm just like all this negativity in my head, intrusive thoughts. And it happened more so back in the day where I just wasn't that confident, and I would just look in the mirror and like say these mean things to myself. But I made it a point to just be like, no, like I can't talk to myself like how I wouldn't want somebody else talking to me, or how I wouldn't want somebody talking about my friend, like talk to yourself the same way you're going to talk to your very best friend. Like, girl, you look so good today.
Harder than other people are on us. So
that's what I'm saying. Like you have to just like talk yourself up. Like, you do look good. You got this. Like, it's going to be a great day. Just tell yourself what you need to hear.
I feel that.
Show yourself that love.
I agree.
And that's important too. Yeah. Like I honestly, she brought that up, and I didn't even think about like the self-love part of it. I mean, I did a little bit, but like that's actually really important. To know
for real.
So definitely.
Amen.
So yeah, but this was fun, guys. I just want to thank my co-host Sharlene and Jamyra Paul. Follow them on Instagram. While you go follow the Gab Sesh too. They're in the following. Just search them, okay? Hey.
Or not.
But yeah, so this is definitely gonna be a reoccurring segment, Gabbin with friends, of course, because like I said, where would I be without them? So yeah.
Amen.
I'm so excited for future episodes, and that was our episode about love languages. I love you guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yes.
It was fun. Can't wait to come back. You know, I love to talk, so hit me up whenever.
Of course. I'm down to talk about anything.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, so episode 4, I don't know what it's gonna be, but it's next.